Hey everybody, this is Stuart with Wine on the Diamond. Today I'm going to be reviewing the 2020 Imagery Pinot Noir. It's from California. It's 13.5% alcohol by volume, and I paid $11 for this. And I've seen prices for this wine range drastically. So at my store, I paid specifically $11.35. I don't know why it was that specific, but that's what it said on the shelf talker. And then I've seen it retail in other places for like 24 bucks. So I have no clue why the range of this is there. Maybe this is just the 2020 price and the other one was an older vintage. I don't know. But with that being said, it does have a screw top, so +1. But I've seen this all over the place, and especially when I was in Oregon, which is ironic because this is the California Pinot Noir. When I was in Oregon, this was everywhere. I don't know why. Even our hotel had little bottles of it all over the place. So either this is like another type of Meiomi type Pinot Noir, or I don't know. It's just really popular. So let's take a look at it. Now I did also hear that this is blended with a little bit of Petit Verdot, though I didn't hear how much. But that's gonna do is it's gonna give it more body, it's gonna give it a little bit more structure, it's gonna make it a little bit darker, and maybe lend some dark fruit notes to it. But let's take a look at the color of this wine. So for this wine, I'm gonna say you are a pale ruby, no artifacts, no cloudiness. All right, so on the nose, so getting raspberry, a little bit of cranberry. All right, so I don't know if it's just because I was recently at IKEA, but this is making me smell something. No, I'm not talking about the candles or the plastic plants. I'm talking about lingonberry jam. So if you go to IKEA, there's only one thing you should be eating in the cafeteria: the meatballs. Get the meatballs, you get your broccoli, you get your mashed potatoes, you get your kind of gravy, and then they give you some lingonberry jam. It has a note of lingonberry in it. There's also a hint of like overripe strawberry, which I wasn't expecting. There's a little bit of sort of that kind of Pinot Noir funkiness. Like when you mow your yard and you don't pick up the grass clippings and then it rains for like a week. And then you finally get around to picking them up and you smell it and it's kind of that. But it's not even forest floor, it's just like wet, stale grass clippings. There's also a touch of vanilla in here, cinnamon, and I mean that, even though it's 13.5%, the alcohol is actually reasonably hot on the nose. But how does it taste? And so medium minus body, medium to medium minus tannins, medium plus acid, and I always forget to do this part. The nose intensity, medium to medium plus. The palate intensity is medium. The alcohol on the palate tastes medium, but with that being said, you can definitely tell that this wine is because it's lighter on the body, the alcohol is going to shine a little bit more. In terms of having a deeper, darker structure, this is a little bit on the lighter side of Pinot Noir, especially from California. The thing I'm wondering about it is, were the grapes so light in structure that they had to add the Petit Verdot to make it just not a really like weak-bodied wine? Finish this medium minus finish also. It's kind of a funky wine, and to be quite honest, I don't know if I would be selling this wine if I was this winery. This makes me feel like this vintage wasn't gonna be very good, so they just said, screw it, let's blend it in to make it a little bit more kind of robust and let's send it out. Because a 2020 for a red, I don't know if I would have sold this. Like, I would have at least waited until 2022, maybe 2023 to sell it. I mean, I don't run the winery. I don't know what's going on. I just don't feel like it's just all fruit. There's a touch of secondary in there, but that's pretty much it. There's really no kind of Pinot Noir soul about this. I expect that forest floor. I expect maybe like a dried mushroom. I expect wet leaves. I'm not getting any of it with this. And like I said, it's probably because it's so new, it just hasn't had time to age. But also, as much as I say I love screw tops, the research is out on if wines still oxidize correctly with this. So if the style of this wine was to be a young, fruit-driven Pinot Noir with a touch of secondary, then they met their goal. But if the goal of this winery was to actually put a competitive Pinot Noir in terms of quality and flavor profile out on the market to compete with some of the other people that are kind of big hitters in California, nah, not so much. I don't think really it's your goal. But with all that being said, let's get to the blick. So from a balance standpoint, I am gonna say you're in balance. The alcohol is not too far out of whack. The body isn't too weak. Everything is still roughly in balance, so full point. Length, medium minus finish, no points. Intensity, medium to almost medium plus on the nose, medium on the palate, half a point. And in terms of complexity, wide range of primary fruits, specifically red fruits. There is a touch of that Petit Verdot influence with the blackberry. I was actually hoping it would manifest more as like a blueberry or a black currant, but I'm not getting that. There's also a little bit of secondary that really shows up on the nose. It's kind of medium on the palate. I'll be generous and give you half a point, though you're kind of teetering right on the edge there. So in the end, I'm going to say you're a good wine. Now, $11, this is not a bad Pinot Noir for $11 if you plan on just drinking it now. I mean, if you're into fruit-driven Pinot Noir and you don't really want any of the other kind of tertiary characteristics that you get with developed Pinot Noir, yeah, I mean, it's a good wine, drink it now. Buy it now, drink it now, do all the things. If you are someone who really kind of likes that in-depth funkiness and the nuance of Pinot Noir, this is not it for you. You're not gonna like this. It's okay if someone opens it, you're not gonna turn it down, but also you're not gonna be really impressed with it. But I mean, for $11, I think it's priced right at $11. If you're paying $24 for this bottle, you are getting screwed. Anyway, this has been Stuart with Wine on the Dime. If you liked today's video, please like, subscribe, and comment. Have you had the 2020 Imagery Pinot Noir? I'd be interested to know if you have. Leave a comment below, and I'll see you all again soon with another episode from Wine on the Dime.